guys, Ralph here. Welcome to True Power Trumpet Fitness on this magnificent Monday here in Connecticut. Life's good, campers. Life is good. Anyway, you saw the thumbnail. This is what I'm talking about. Exactly what I'm talking about. This is what Jerry had in mind. This story encapsulates everything I'm trying to convey to you guys. All right? With that said, let me honk a little bit. I have not played a note. Okay? I left you yesterday with my chops feeling awesome. You heard the A flats. Let's see what we got today. I'm not going to start with A flats. We'll try E flats and we'll take it from there. All right? Let's see what we got. Anyway, as big as a house, centered, pure, popping. That's where I like to warm up. Anyway, with that said, this is exactly what I'm talking about. All right? With that said, how many times you heard me say, I'll give you the chops. You do what the heck you want to do with it. Okay? Now, if you're a 10-year-old kid, yes, I'll take you by the hand and guide you along. Yes, if you're a seasoned professional, I will do the whole thing. But guys, you ultimately have to do with these chops what you want. And again, I'll help you every step of the way, but that's basically mine and Jerry's philosophy. Anybody can get these chops. Now, the subject for today is a guy named Steve. He turned out to be a pal of mine, student on Skype, a doctor that's about to retire, and very bright guy. We turned into pals. We really did. As it turns out, we met face-to-face for the first time, not on Skype, out at Perico's concert in Las Vegas. Dave, I know you watch these, but remember I told you there was a True Power guy? A couple of them that came out? This is the guy I'm talking about. And I wanted him to meet you at the meet and greet after. But he and his wife got an Uber. They usually didn't take 45 minutes. It was literally right around the corner, so they just grabbed it and went home. So we never got that. But anyway, he was out there, and this is the guy I'm talking about. So anyway, he comes to me, I'm going to say months ago. Was it a year ago yet? I don't even know. But doctor doesn't have a lot of time to practice with the same old tale of woe. Okay? I played all through high school. We had a really good band. I was first in the concert band. I always wanted to play lead, the Maynard Ferguson solos. I wanted to play in the jazz band in college, but I couldn't get in the... Everybody's got some variation on a theme. If I had a nickel for every one of those stories I heard. So anyway, that's that. And he came to me, basically, couldn't play a note. Okay? I take that back. He could play a note, but it wasn't right. It wasn't right. So we literally started and got one note right. And from there, it took off. Now, this is not a seasoned professional by any means, and I'm not insulting him. This is he'd be the first one to tell you. He doesn't even know all the scales. Okay? So he's not a seasoned pro, but his chops just really, really fell into place quite easily. He can take directions. He doesn't practice a lot. He's a doctor. He's busy. He's working towards retirement, but still. So not a lot of practice time. And actually, as I said, we turned into pals. I feel guilty sometimes because, he pays me for a lesson and we ended up just yapping about stuff because of not only is it the trumpet element, but also he's very interested in what I'm thinking with the health and everything. And he's got kettlebells and he and his wife are juicing and all that. So we're kindred spirits here. So anyway, what was I going to say? Yes. So here we're playing, and after a while, man, it really started to click in. And I'm going to say his happy zone is low G to maybe a C or D above the staff. He can play Fs every day, but they're strained. If he had to play 20 of them, he'd be toast. But he can't get up to the F. Okay, so C or D. And he wanted to play at his daughter's wedding. So I suggested the Handel aria, Where'er You Walk. Beautiful thing. Right in his happy zone. He told me, it turned out great. Okay? Now, they played outside, and acoustically, I'm going to get into that little element as too. But right now, I want you to take a look at this picture. This is a picture from the actual wedding. Now, a couple things I want you to focus on. Look at how relaxed both hands are. Now, Where'er You Walk, I'm telling you, if you ever played it, is not out of the staff. It's not a Maynard Ferguson solo. But look at how relaxed his hands are. How many times have I said, again, this is what I'm talking about, barely holding the horn. Now, not only his relaxed left hand, but look at his fingering hand. He doesn't have that pinky jammed into the hook and pulling it in a la Lynn Nicholson. No, he's barely holding the horn. Okay? Now, a couple other things. Look at that top lip. Look at how fat it is. That is his version, his genetic version of the Horst Fischer fattest Maurice Andre fat relaxed chops. Now look at his corners. There is no stretch there anywhere. Now, when he gets above that D, E, F, yes, the bottom lip flattens out a little bit, and that's what we're working on. Thicken it as opposed to letting it flatten out. Okay? But that is what I'm talking about. Now, also, he's got the 1SB. It was outside, so if you've ever played outside, the acoustics are ridiculous. Your tone just disappears. But I guarantee you, with that 1SB, he had an accompaniment, piano accompaniment for Where'er You Walk. I bet it projected beautifully. Now, I was at a wedding, I'm going to say this time last year, okay? And there was a very, very well-known, I'm not going to name the names, I don't want to get slamming people, well-known brass quintet. And they were playing outdoors. And they're a tremendous brass quintet. But with those Bach mouthpieces, there's no projection. You literally had to be that far away from them to hear one note they played. And you're outside with a bunch of cocktail hour and people talking, you couldn't hear anything. You couldn't hear anything. Unlike the 1SB, I guarantee you heard every single note he played. And again, his chops are right, so I can almost guarantee you that he was in tune. The tone is beautiful. Up to a C or D, guys. The tone, power, range, and endurance is as good as any professional. Now, his finesse, his phrasing, and all, no, it's not advanced. But I'm sure he sounded beautiful on that. Again, with the now, back to the 1SB and the projection. I get it. You don't gear your whole concept of tone as to how it projects outdoors at a wedding. No, you don't. I get it. I'm just saying the difference in the two mouthpieces. Okay? But once again, to the main theme. Guys, I can give you any of the chops you want very, very easily. A busy doctor, you don't have time to practice, I can give them to you. It doesn't matter. So you can play at your daughter's wedding. You can play in a community band. You know, if you're a young punk that killing double C's, you want to go out and make your fame and fortune with Perico out in Las Vegas, knock yourself out. Guys, I can give you the virtuosi chops. I can give you that. The rest is up to you. And with that, whatever the goal may be, I can help you up to that point. But guys, guaranteed, no question asked, this is what I'm talking about. So anyway, Steve, thank you for being such a good sport with that picture and all that sort of stuff. And this is what I'm talking about. This is what Jerry was talking about. So even if you're a semi-retired old fart like me, you can still have fun making videos. All right? All right, guys. Eat and drink your fruits and vegetables and live your life with true power. Not the fake stuff, true power. Love you all, and we'll talk on Friday.